8 seconds. Huh?
Okay. You're fine. Did you hear that?
Hey, how goes it?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
Pretty good. About the same.
That's
You need to
good.
be on a stream with us one day.
You said what?
You need to join the stream. Like, you need to come in the camera and say hi. You don't got like anime.
Like, y'all
Why
just
just
want
come say hi? Let me see your face. You know you got your hair all did up. No.
no. That's
She's been making like soaps and stuff, and like she got the back room set up for her little nails and stuff.
Yeah.
So she don't live room anymore.
I
And then
mean,
she
this
be
is the
playing
best
Skype.
time to pamper yourself.
You can't pay nobody else to do it right now.
Right.
You know this barber? He died in his basement from like cutting people's hair from coronavirus. He was cutting people's hair in the basement too.
That's not supposed to be funny. I was about to
It's
laugh
not.
too, but that's not funny. It went. Oh my god.
It's hilarious to me.
That's not supposed to be funny. This is serious.
No, you about to crack it when you hear this.
Oh god.
Somebody, police in Troy are looking for someone who stole $500 worth of crab legs out of grocery store. Yeah. The first thing that came to mind was they must be out of chicken because you ain't gonna sell.
I mean, to be fair, crabs are pretty expensive.
I mean, but if you're stealing from Kroger, I don't think they that expensive, you know.
No, Kroger's expensive.
Well, yeah, Kroger's expensive, so.
No, Walmart is cheap. Kroger is expensive.
Yeah, I agree there. Walmart is definitely a lot cheaper.
Kroger has always been expensive. Man.
Like, I think a pack of salmon, when I went to get us some food from there, from this coronavirus I did, it was like $12 for a pack of salmon.
How many fillets come in?
Man.
It was more the same amount that all you carry, like about 12.
Ooh. That I did not know.
At Arby's, we got double the salmon for like $8 or something.
Yeah.
Our economical time.
That's a lot better than that 12. That 12 for just a few pieces? Good God.
Well, I'm about to start trading crab legs. Just kind of.
You know what?
Crab legs. Let me get a hamburger patty.
The way this is going, we might end up like back to trading cattle.
I'm gonna start saving bottle caps.
I'm
I was kind of was like, since y'all have toilet paper, y'all gonna start using CVS receipts.
I mean, hell, you might as well.
They be so long. I'd be like, why is all the how many trees die for this?
Right. And 9 times out of 10, they're coupons that you don't even need.
Right. Yeah. I can't even remember the last time I did CVS. I really don't.
I was in right before this whole outbreak.
You know what? I did see Lauren when I stopped at the CVS. Right
Really?
Not the, yeah.
My
You know,
lord, lord.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I have to text her.
Hmm.
I definitely have to text her. This was supposed to be like a nostalgic episode too. So we're talking like old school stuff.
Oh, we've been watching Rugrats and
I have to.
Family Guy, like the older seasons before it got like unfunny.
Yeah. I haven't watched Family Guy, but I've been watching like a lot of Rugrats, Invader Zim.
I just watched the episode when Tommy was getting naked and he convinced everybody else.
Why was Betty so mad though?
It was like the war in the '60s was over and we lost, and then she was doing that.
Like, why was she so mad?
And Tommy just hops on Spike and just started running around like he's a horse.
Like,
what?
if I were Spike, I wouldn't even know how to feel. Like, why is this naked child running?
I like how he kept throwing the diaper at Stu. And then, like, Chad shows up and he's like, oh, he must be shedding his clothes.
Yep.
Because
apparently Chucky already went through the same thing. Because remember, Chucky was like a year older than all of them.
Yeah, I was I was cracking up when freaking they was naming all the times the Joker lied to them, and then Fenton Lear was like, "Oh, the time he told us our daddy's hair was a wig." He's like, "Yeah, he wasn't happy about that, but the way he
I
screamed was
remember that
hilarious."
episode. His dad's hair did look like a wig, though. Well, their dad hair looked like a wig.
All three Rugrats movies are on Netflix too.
I think I only actually seen the first one too.
I like
Nope,
the first
I
one.
seen the first one and Go Wild. I didn't really care for Go Wild though.
It was okay. I did like Rugrats in Paris though.
Yeah, that's the best one.
I
I
wouldn't say that's
can't remember if I seen that. I don't even remember seeing that one.
with the Asian half sister.
Kenny. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I did see it. And they were trying to make sure that Coco didn't marry Chaz.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
you remember when Stu made that toy for Tommy and stuff, and Chucky fell in love when he's bopping that bopper. Kids his age shouldn't be in this room.
Yep.
Bopping,
And
bopping,
Angelica was like, "It's just a stupid clown doll," and that changed his whole world.
And it made it sound like he was playing with himself. Kid his age should be out with his friends, not in his room alone.
Bobbing his boppo. I did not catch on to that. And poor Chaz, as he's like bopping over, he's sitting in the chair like freaking out.
Oh my goodness.
Man, Rugrats was amazing.
Man, it was. It was.
SpongeBob was even amazing up until like season 3.
I stopped watching
Yeah.
SpongeBob when it hit like
Yeah.
2000 something. I don't know, but I stopped watching it after I saw Patrick and him like taking care of that baby clam, and I was like, "Yep, nope, this is it.
I never saw that.
You don't want to see this."
That's actually one of the older ones, back when it was actually still good.
I mean, but I think that was like the season. I think that was in like season 3, and then it like tanked
Yeah,
out.
season 3 was like the last of
That's
the
what
good
killed
seasons.
me right there. I was like, "Yeah, nope, I cannot process this."
I found that episode so funny though,
Mhm.
because he's like going to work, but it turns out he wasn't really even going to work. He was just going back under his rock eating ice cream.
Oh man.
Good
Hey
times.
Arnold. Hey Arnold was my favorite. One of my favorites.
Yeah, that's another one I've been watching too.
He was so relatable.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like I loved how Curly used to just be acting all crazy and stuff.
He wasn't acting.
He did. You know, they did like a school shooter like episode
Yes.
where he's like trying to throw dodgeballs at people, and he's pulling
Because
the
all because he was upset that he didn't get chosen to be the ball.
But it had me cracking up. He was talking about, you know how we can get back at the girls? Let's get naked, paint ourselves in camouflage, and let all the animals at the zoo free.
And Helga's like,
Not to do that. And then at the end of the episode, you just see him riding on top of a elephant, and you just see him.
that was like the second time he did it. The first time he did it, Helga was like, "Okay, Curly, go ahead and do that." And then you saw him in the head.
I liked how Eugene used to like get hurt all the time. I'm okay.
Eugene was my spirit animal growing up.
For everything, and I was like, bro, you really think Arnold's the jinx? Your bike got stolen after you got into an accident and broke one of your arms.
He was born on Friday the 13th. That says a lot right there.
That mess was hilarious. And then when Curly tried to frame him for pulling that fire alarm,
Yep.
and he's like, "There's no way Eugene had a Wanky Land pencil. He got banned from the Wanky Land after ruining parade because he made all the folks fall over." And I was like, "What?"
He had a horrible,
Man,
he had horrible luck.
man, I'm telling you,
It was crazy.
I loved Ed and Eddie so much. Like before they started going to school, they started going to school episodes. Ed and Eddie was like,
That was actually around when they retooled everything. I hated most of the shows that they did when they retooled it. Like Dexter's Laboratory or Laboratory, whichever one you want to call. I prefer
Yeah.
Laboratory because that's what Dexter says.
Dexter's Laboratory was over before Ed and Eddie. They started like showing the episodes of them going to school. Because
Yeah,
when they started doing it, it was like 2008 or nine.
yeah.
It was like
But
2008 or nine when they started going to school and showing those episodes, and I was just like, I'm not really feeling
they
it.
also retooled them, so that's the second time they retooled them because they retooled everything in 2002. And
Oh yeah, I remember
everything that they
because like
did then, I hated.
I remember the first episode, how like the first season, how everything looked, and I was like compared to the second
Yeah,
season, I was like, okay, it looks so much better now. But
yeah.
then they retooled it again, and I was like, I'm not feeling
Because
this.
I hated Dexter's Laboratory season 3 and 4. I hated how they looked, and I hated that the focus was mainly on Mandark.
Yeah, I did like when they did the spin of their parody version of Speed Racer.
That was actually the older ones.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite episodes. That
Yeah,
was one of my favorite episodes.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Bravo was only funny for the first season. I didn't care for
Um,
when that got retooled because I hate that they added Pops and Carl.
One episode I do remember about Johnny Bravo is when he was dating that wolf, and then like on Tuesdays she turns into a stamp collector named Earl.
You know, Seth MacFarlane wrote some of those episodes.
That makes sense.
Exactly.
Makes sense. You know what pissed me off? When they brought back Samurai Jack and the way they ended
I still haven't seen the revival. How did it end?
badly. He falls in love with is his name Haku? Who's the bad guy? Who's the bad villain in that again? I can't remember his name.
I can't remember either.
Haku. I think it's Haku. We'll say Haku if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Haku had like a bunch of daughters. Samurai Jack falls in love with one of them, defeats Haku. No, it's Aku. That's who it is. It's Aku. Defeats Aku, and then when they're about to get married, she disappears because Aku was like erased from time. Therefore,
She was
also
too.
from time. On their wedding day, by the way.
So,
Yeah.
so she stayed alive long enough for that.
No, she literally perished on the wedding. Like as soon as she got down to the aisle, boom, vanished.
Then a snap.
Yup. I was
Wow.
like,
I'm kind of glad I didn't get into the hype of the revival then.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I miss the old school Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that came the 2002 or 2003.
Yes.
Man, it lasted pretty long, but it was still good.
Yeah.
I still like that. I'm like, it just because it reminds me of like
They should have ended it right before they did the whole time travel thing.
Yeah, the time travel thing. I like the TMNT Nicktoons series too. It was I did enjoy that. That was when they were kind of like 3D animation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was like around 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
I think it lasted till 2017.
Yeah, and they're supposed to be out with another one now.
Yeah, Rise of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Raphael the leader. It looks so
I prefer the comics.
It looks so weird.
I prefer the comics.
I like the movie though they had when they had all the Ninja Turtles from different timelines and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And they had the Ninja Turtles Noir.
Yep, the original ones that was like really dark.
Yeah. I was like, wow, this is nice.
Yeah, the comic that I'm reading, it starts off with apparently Ralph like disappeared, and they've been looking for him for a year.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they find him yet, but as far as I got is Casey's dad is like beating him, and Ralph overhears it and ends up like beating up his dad, and his dad drives away drunk.
Oh, wow.
But apparently Ralph doesn't have any memory. That's why they can't find him. So,
okay.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't wait to finish reading this to see how this goes. I already know some of what's going to happen, but not everything.
Man, I listened to Live and Learn yesterday. I was like, damn.
Listen to who?
Live and Learn by Crush 40, Sonic Adventure Battle.
I didn't know any of the. I don't know any of the artists that sings the songs.
Most of them were by the same artist, Crush 40.
Mm.
Like everything in Sonic Heroes is mainly Crush 40.
And that had my favorite soundtrack
Man,
of all time.
man,
And I still did not know that.
I'm telling you. I used Team Rose to get all the chaos numbers because they were easier to keep the key. And the last one was so fucking annoying because you were on Eggman's Falling Fortress, so you couldn't rely on platforms like that. And it was easy to like for shit to kill you. And I was like, man,
I'm gonna have to download that on the GameCube emulator.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I really miss those games.
I love the Team Chaotix theme song.
Yes.
I hate the missions because okay, find 10 hermit crabs. Oh, that's great. Get through the rainforest without the frogs seeing you. Oh, that's fan freaking tastic. You have the black frogs and the green frogs, and the black frogs would make stuff ungrow, and the green frogs would make shit grow.
Yeah.
Like, then you have the rail cane was annoying as hell because you get shot out of a cannon, you're flying, you think, okay, I'm gonna land on the rail, and it's like, bro, you just killed me for free. I deserve a free one up for that.
Have you ever got a chance to play Shadow?
Shadow the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
That was one of the first like Sonic games I had on the PlayStation 2.
I never got around to playing it. I always wanted to, but I never got around to it.
Let's see, Sonic games. I got it for Christmas. My mom bought it for me. She bought me Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Heroes because Sonic Heroes was on sale at the time.
Yeah.
And so I had both of those. Plus, I had Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. So
that was one of my favorites.
Oh man, I wasn't a fan of the Tenkaichi series except for 2. 2 was fine because it literally takes you 2 days, 2 whole days to beat it.
I remember I actually bought the first one, and I was so upset. Budokai 1.
Budokai. Okay.
I was so upset because I'm like, this doesn't even cover everything. But I didn't know that they were actually going to be coming out with a 2 and a 3.
2 was the first one I played. I used to spend time with my cousins after school and stuff, and they had it. Mm-hmm. And it was so annoying fighting the bosses because they had like multiple meters, and sometimes they go and recharge.
Yep.
And on top of that, like Boo, Freeze, and Cell, they just love to block and spam you with attacks. Like the Death Boo is so freaking busted. And then Boo do that thing, he just like rolls over you and shit and pinballs you back and forth. And I was like, yeah, this is
man, this makes me want to like download all those games on the emulator.
I know what you mean.
I played that. I think that's what oh my god, I'm gonna do that. And replay Resident Evil 0, the remake to 1.
They're already
Sonic Heroes.
Remaking 4.
4 doesn't really need to be remade. Neither does 5 or 6.
They're already doing it.
What could we possibly learn about 4?
I have no idea.
It was a very standalone, basic story. That's why I didn't really care for part 4 anyway. Because, for one, I didn't like the president's daughter.
I mean, you can bring it here. Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time.
And I think I need a battery again. You know what? I'm just going to run this one down. Forget it. Forget it.
That's good. Huh? What? Oh, okay. That's fine. Oh.
To figure out how to do that.
Are you thinking your battery?
Nope.
Oh.
I'm actually now trying to figure out how to see the freaking comments, if we have any, because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so that's fine. Have you been keeping up with any wrestling?
Um, yeah,
For me, only AEW really.
I've been slipping from AEW. I've been paying attention to it too, I think though. But
It's going by so slow, but what
yeah,
makes up for it is the talent.
you
Like,
know, they actually have it set up. AEW is actually doing fine throughout this whole like shutdown thing because they have enough recorded like episodes or whatever shows to
yep.
last them for months.
hmm And
Um,
also, they make it fun with the empty arena because they have the wrestlers as the crowd. So you
yeah,
have like the heel side and the face side.
right. And I've mainly been paying attention to NXT really,
Yeah.
but I do stay informed. I'm like I watch Wrestling Talk and Wrestling Hub. Like I
Mm.
watch little updates about that.
Yep.
So I get
Same
little
here.
insight
That's
into
actually how I
WWE.
keep up with WWE.
Yeah, or Wrestling Reality, whatever. But with that, that's how I keep up with some of the stuff. And it's like I found out that Goldberg was using his influence to get a title shot.
hmm
I was like, wow, that's like
Unpopular opinion. I never really cared for Goldberg like that.
I was a Sting fan,
Same.
like the vigilante Sting, like the black and white paint.
Yeah. Crow.
Yep, yep.
But
I
yeah,
always
for me
wanted
it
the
was
shirt with the
Sting,
scorpion on it. Yeah, he
and
used to walk
then
out with that black bat.
hmm,
Remember, he used to walk out with that trench coat and that black bat.
yep.
Oh man.
For me it was Sting and Randy Savage.
Oh yeah. Yep. That's fair.
I didn't really care for like the complete NWO as a whole, because that storyline started getting it got it was kind of like Pretty Little Liars, where you're like every week they're going through this. It basically became who's gonna be NWO next, and that was where they went.
I'm gonna watch Drake and Josh
That was on a couple days ago too.
Oh, it was?
Yeah,
Drake and Josh was pretty funny to me. Some episodes I like.
there was one episode that I liked, and I can't even remember what happened or why I liked it.
I like the one where they tried to ride that roller coaster and their grandpa was being watched by the nerds. And then I like the one where they made the bet that he could stop, Drake could stop eating candy and Josh can stop playing video games.
That's actually the one that they showed.
And Drake started breaking out because sugar is what keeps his
Yep.
complexion up.
The doctor came over and told him that they're like trying to goad each other to do either eating chocolate, well, eating junk, or playing the game.
Yeah,
Man.
that must have.
Oh my God, that was what it was. The episode when crap. Drake was dating this girl, and she like beat up these guys,
Oh yeah.
and he was.
And that's when Josh met Wendy's parents and they all show up and Drake
Yep.
is fighting his girlfriend. and
They're
stuff.
upstairs wrestling.
And then the parents started fighting and stuff.
That was one of them. And then the other one was when Drake was dating this other girl. I can't remember her name.
Was it the teacher's daughter?
No, that episode was funny too. But this one, he was dating her, and then when she started dating other guys, he kind of wanted her back.
I like the one where Josh accidentally ate Crazy Steve's enchiladas and stuff. It's like, oh, that's Crazy Steve's enchiladas, and he just like spit it out, and then Steve's like, "Is that my enchilada? I'm sorry, I didn't know. No, it's okay." He's like, "Well, you're not mad? No, I'm not. I've been talking out with my therapist.
Yep.
Not
And he
telling
only
you."
gets a few minutes a day to go crazy.
He's like, "You'll know," and he just walks away 5 seconds later. You ate my enchilada. I didn't know. It was fine. You didn't have a thing for it.
Man,
I like.
that's
when,
another show that I need on DVD.
Remember the episode where Mindy tried to blame Drake for putting the teacher's car in there,
Yep.
and then what happened is like she's like, "Drake, have a seat." I can't. Why? Your car's parked there. So he hops in the driver's seat and he starts messing around with the car and shit. And And I was like, wow. The
She
fact that
was a
somebody,
horrible teacher, though. Like I get it, Drake was a horrible student, but you still don't tell your students that you hate them.
I mean, DPS, you know,
I've
it's
I've gone to DPS,
I
and
am too.
I mean,
Trust me.
okay. To be
I
fair,
mean,
I never had a teacher call me, well, tell me that they hated me, but I did
mhm.
have a teacher that called me Cujo, and I got mad and called her an old bat, and then I got sent to the office.
Oh, one time, freaking my math teacher had it out for me.
That was what my teacher was.
No, so here's the thing. I think she had a thing for my dad, but she didn't like me. She didn't like that my dad was married. I don't know the details of
So
that.
she kept.
But here's the thing. So I would try to ask her for like help with a math problem, or she like forget to like, cause she did a lot of stuff on projector,
Uh,
and there weren't no assigned seats, but everybody sat in a regular seat. So the seat I always end up in is one behind my buddy, and he's like really fucking tall.
yeah.
And she's like, okay, I'll just give you notes of what I'm going over. So I'm like, okay. And then she like forgets. So would I just be like chilling in class, like twiddling my thumbs because I gotta wait for you to finish to pass me the notes or whatever, or you forgot to make a copy of what you're going over.
Why didn't
You
she
get
just change seats?
That's what I'm saying. No, here's my thing. And then she gonna get whenever my buddy would like be snoring, like right in front of her, I could be sitting here with my head up. She'd be like, Gary, wake up. I'm like, wake up.
What do you mean? I've been
Wait,
awake this whole time.
I'm literally staring at you. You need to calm the fuck down. I ended up failing that year. Yeah, yeah. I failed
You
English.
said I
I
ended up
failed
failing this.
algebra four. I failed algebra four. Had to go back in summer school, take algebra four. Then I come back senior year, and apparently there's no record. I took algebra three. Yeah,
Aw.
yeah, yeah. So I'm a fucking senior with a bunch of Neanderthal acting 11th graders.
Yep,
It's
I bet. I
horrible. Also,
bet.
too. I hated chemistry. Our teacher was like had a real stick up his ass.
I think most high school teachers do. If they're not like
Um,
closer to your age, they tend to.
I called the earth science teacher by his first name and he went off. It was funny.
Why would you do that?
I wasn't the first one to do it. Wasn't the last one either. Senior year was wild. My freaking one of my buddies, he wasn't a buddy, he was a classmate. He took a swing at our old math teacher. Then the vice principal had to like literally freaking pick a motherfucker up.
Wow.
I went to a school where teachers and students were fighting. It
I
was
mean,
wild.
we had that too. I think that's everywhere.
I mean,
But
but imagine your teacher so short he kind of looks like one of his students. Like if you insult him, it's
we
not
had a
like
teacher like that too. But nobody
he's
really
like
fought
tells you what to
him
do,
or anything. He was
like
actually
tells you
really
what to
cool.
do and stuff. But then it's like, wait, are you a teacher or because you wearing the same uniform as me, but you look older.
You look older.
You throw me off. I never forget the time we started skipping a band in the senior year. Our band instructor was a dick,
How
and
are you a dick in your band instructor? Like, dude, that should be a bird course.
Here's the thing. To him, everybody was his son that went there. He just be like, son, I'll call your mom. I'll tell her what she's doing. You know she'll believe me. I'll be like, bro, what? And
That's creepy.
we got tired of just like putting up with this BS. So we always go next door to the woodshop class because the woodshop teacher was real cool. And we'd be up in there playing Uno and shit like every day. And then one day he decides to pop in and he sees us and then he starts like chewing me and my buddy out in front of the rest of the underclassmen and stuff because we like the only seniors in the class at the time.
Yeah.
And then just right, he calls my buddy's parents. His mom didn't pick up. He leaves a message. He's about to call my parents. Thankfully, my other friend walks in just in time. Because he just saw, like, he just walks in with the biggest grill in his face, cheese and hard. And then my teacher stops. He's like, "Oh, long time no see. You just walking here cheesing and shit. Where you been at?" I was like, "Oh man, I'm glad you did that. Oh, yeah, man."
Man,
Funny.
we had one teacher that tried to like break up a fight, and to this day, it's one of my fondest memories with Crystal and a couple of our other friends. And she's like trying to keep him in the class after a fight, but he was so amped up after the fight, he's like pushing her and stuff. She's like, "No, Derek, no, Derek, you're hurting me, Derek." And it didn't end there. It didn't end there. After she just let him go, she called the principal and was like, "He was kicking me. He was pushing me. And worst of all, he was hurting me." The whole class fell out because we're like, "You will never say that."
You know, there's this one kid, he had like a really bad stutter and a lisp, and he used to pick fights. So he was new and he was a senior, and he used to like pick fights with people, and he'd like pick on other people too.
See,
So
you
he
can't do that.
with the wrong person because this guy knows how to box.
Oh.
So he shows up talking mess, and the guy like they just start going at it, and then dude, mom was like, "No, David, no, think of the Lord." I was like, "What?" I was like, forget the fight. I stepped outside and started cracking. What?
We had one guy in our class that ended up getting his mom called, and she sent her mom over, his grandma. Her grandma came into the class. She's all sweet, soft voice, and everything, and he's just being mad disrespectful. And he, well, not to her, to the teacher. And he's like, "Man, I'm about to bounce." His grandmother had, when she had the soft voice, she lost it and was like, "You ain't about to bounce." No.
Oh, she put the Medea.
No. She, well, yeah. Yeah, this was Medea before Medea. And we were just like, "What the fuck just happened?" It was such a shock. Because, like, you would never imagine that
Man,
her soft voice, that
anybody grandma ever coming to school watching you, man, you know stuff, man. You gotta stay in line. It's just bad when the grandma come to watch you.
Yep.
Man.
Yep. And that was exactly why his mom sent her up there, too. She's like, "You know what, Mom, just handle this."
Wild. Middle school was like weird for me. I didn't like my middle school at all. It was really bad. You know, they demoted the English teacher to the gym teacher position. That's how bad it was.
How do you demote to the wow?
That's how bad it was. Then, actually, my mom was so mad when she found out that my fifth grade teacher was kind of low key dropping hints at my dad.
Oh my God.
Yes, my fifth grade teacher. She was a pretty young one. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, think about it now. She was pretty smoking for a fifth grade teacher.
She was pretty smoking.
I was like, you yeah, it is wild.
Man.
Freaking crazy, man. Freaking crazy. I mean, it was pretty damn obvious. Long story short, I got transferred to the other fifth grade class.
Mama wasn't having that.
Hey. Wow.
Oh man. I'm trying to think of some other things that I had happen. I had a teacher once like threaten to like spank me in front of the class, and I cracked up laughing.
Oh, that actually happened. So that same fifth grade teacher, his mom gave the teacher full permission if he gets out of line to paddle him.
Oh.
Yeah. Then one day his mom just randomly popped in. Shit got real.
That was like always my favorite moment was when someone's parent just popped in.
As long as it ain't yours, that's all that matters.
Right.
Anybody else.
I didn't really have to worry about that though.
But shit used to get real. My pops used to come at the school and cuss out the whole class. Because a lot of people used to pick on me in middle school.
Ah,
So
okay.
when the teachers and principals are doing shit.
That's when you kind of have to go and take matters into your own hands. Like,
imagine the start of the day, your dad just walk in, curse out everybody, threatening the students and shit, and you gotta sit through the whole day.
Right, and then you're sitting there like, damn, I hope they don't bother me even more because of this.
You can't make eye contact for like a whole day. A whole day.
Because everybody's going to remember your dad cussed us out.
It happened yearly. It wasn't always me. Sometimes it was my sisters. My sister, the youngest one, her teacher did not like her. She had it out for her. I don't know why. Maybe because she's black. I don't know. But one day, Pops showed up. Shit got real. Whenever Pops come into school, shit get real.
Didn't you say, like, most people that knew him were, like, afraid of him anyway?
I'm still hard. I ran into one of the kids who used to pick on me. He was hanging out with my cousin and stuff. And my cousin was like, man, I ain't gonna lie. That's some scary shit. Imagine somebody's parents sit in front of you and just threaten to kill you if you fuck with his son again. That's hard to picture. Like,
yeah.
How do you process that?
Yeah. See, and that's why you don't pick with people. You never know who their parents are or who they are. You know?
Like, I remember one video, like, the mama got walked up and just, like, started beating all them students' ass. Like, they, like, picking on the dark. Because they tried to pick on her.
I need to see this video.
I don't remember. It was on Facebook. It was, like, last year I saw it.
Oh,
they
my
tried
God.
to pick with this girl while she was just getting out the mom's car. And the mom just hopped out, started beating all their ass.
Like, why would... Not that I condone this. I don't condone it at all. But you you had the audacity to do that in front of the mom before she even got out of the car. You knew something like that was bound to happen.
Right. I'm like, it was 3-on-1. That's grounds for somebody to hop in, you know. Shit. My pops was like really old school, because my sisters are twins, so it's like my dad was like this: if one of y'all fight, both of y'all fighting. One of y'all get your ass kicked. The other one who didn't fight getting their ass kicked to get home.
Yep.
That's how it was.
Yep, that's about right.
Yeah.
I don't miss those days at all. I had most of those days with my cousin though. Man. But like, yeah, I don't miss those days at all.
I miss TV back then, man. TV was, even the commercials were good. I didn't even get up for the commercials.
Do you ever just find yourself like on YouTube watching old commercials?
Yeah, like the Orbit one. Who you calling the cootie queen? You lint lick?
God, yes, man.
Love it. So
and then it was a Burger King commercial. I can't even think of how it went, but we always did the catchphrase from it.
Mm-hmm. I like the Light Bright infomercial.
That's old school. That's old. Damn,
and then
I can't think of it. It was for the spicy chicken sandwich that they had at Burger King. Mm-hmm. And I can't even remember. It was a catchphrase from it, and everybody was saying it around this time.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember it either, actually.
I vaguely remember. So now I'm gonna have to look up 2003 Burger King chicken.
Man, I was watching Final Destination 2 the other day.
I have not gotten a chance to rewatch. Like I said, I was on the stream that's down.
Man, that shit is so wild. I was like, damn. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who got it the worst in that movie. Was it the one who won the lottery but he died after he slipped on the spaghetti that he threw out the window?
That
and
sucks. I don't even remember that.
Okay, so it's a guy who won the lottery. He came on a bunch of shit and he just threw a pan of spaghetti out this window. So there's spaghetti in the alleyway. Keep that in mind. He's looking for stuff to like cook. So he's like, he grabs some Chinese food, leftover Chinese noodles, and he accidentally knocks a magnet in it. But he puts it in the toaster oven to heat it up without realizing the magnet's in there. And he drops some like frozen like chicken strips or whatever into a skillet and starts like setting it off. Puts on a watch, gets surprised by the magnet popping in the oven, drops his ring in the sink drain, tries to get it, a fire starts.
Final Destination has the best deaths ever.
It's like the way she sets up, it's like, okay, he's gonna blow himself up. Cool. No, it's not. Oh, really? So what's going down? This motherfucker's gonna dig in here. This starts a fire. The fire extinguisher ran out, apparently. He breaks the window, gets out the window, hops on the fire escape ladder. It's jammed, so he like jumps it down, and then to get all the way down, gets off, slips on the spaghetti, falls back first onto the glass of the window he broke, and then the rest of the ladder comes down, stops. He's like, "Cool, then, boom, driven right through his eye."
I need to watch all of them all over again because I don't remember that.
2 to me had like some of the best deaths, but the funniest death was in the first one when that girl's like, "Yeah, fuck," and then she gets hit by a bus.
No, yeah, that was my favorite one. She's like, if you don't like it, you can drop dead. That was the best wordplay ever.
I felt bad how the teacher died when that computer monitor blew up and got glass on her throat, and then like she was trying to like start the water to put out the fire, but she had the towel and she pulled a whole block of knives down. They fell on her. I was like, yo, that is wild.
Another one of my favorites is I think this might have been the reboot.
Mm-hmm.
When Homegirl was getting laser eye surgery.
Was that the reboot?
Nope, that was 4. I think that was 4.
No, I think that was a reboot.
Was it?
Yes, because the reboot, one girl died doing a flip as a gymnast.
Yep. Okay.
That mess, I was like, yo, what?
That one happened so quick though, and that was another one that they had like, oh, you thought she was gonna die here? Nope, this is how she's gonna.
You can step on a nail and just like break your neck. No, she was like crack her shit. I was like, yo, what? What killed me was in 3 when the guy was pumping weights and the swords came down and cut the chains to the weights. He's like, yeah, and then he slams the weights down and just like caved his head.
There is something wrong with us liking these movies too much. And I think I'm gonna watch that as soon as I'm done, like building a little bit more of the level too.
The first 4 on Netflix.
I don't have Netflix anymore.
Yeah.
I have ways though. I can always go Hulu, and if not Hulu, then I'll find a way.
I don't think it's on Hulu. I don't think it's on Hulu.
Yep, then I'll find another way then.
But
I refuse to use more than one service. Especially when I have cable.
Mm-hmm.
So
see, we have all these streaming services because we don't have it.
Yeah, and that makes sense. But I'll like
it's too expensive, and it's like sometimes you be having all these channels, but
nothing to watch.
Paying like 2 or 3 shit,
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 channels.
Yep.
Or you don't have nothing to watch at all.
That's my life.
Like as a kid, if you had cable and you had to go to school, that was great. There was shit.
That's because now shows are stupid.
And they play the same stuff, like paid programming for like 4 or 5 hours, and then it's like your stuff doesn't come on until after you normally get off work or home from school.
See, and that was what TRL. I used to watch TRL, Total Request Live on MTV. That was the best after school show to watch. And then I would watch like Real World afterward. Back when Real World was actually good.
Yeah.
After that season that they tried in I think 2010 or 2009, one of those. That was the worst.
I used to watch Amazing Race. I like
Amazing Race. Fuck, I don't.
It's a reality show. People race around the world. Winner gets $500,000, I think, or $1 million. I can't remember.
I did not know that was a
certain
thing.
Pit stop and do certain challenges.
That sounds fun. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, you gotta know stuff and you want to like eat some weird shit.
Yeah.
You know, ironically, the only episode of Fear Factor I remember you like fluently is the one you had to eat mac and cheese.
The only one that I remember is when the Hardy Boys were on there.
Oh, the WWE dish?
Yeah. That's the only one that I really watched, I think, too.
You know, I think Jeff Hardy's actually going to leave WWE as well.
I mean, it would make sense, especially because...
So here's the thing. WWE is, like, kind of playing dirty. They're, like... So people who are on the fence about, like, not...
They're keeping them home.
Yeah. They keep them home. Yep, they keep them home. That way AEW can't sign them and stuff when they leave and shit.
Right.
And it's just like, come on, man. If that's what they want to do, let them do that. Kairi Sane might end up leaving WWE, and fans want her to leave WWE. Which so you know where her and Io Shirai and Ty Lee Zhang, or what the fuck is her name? I don't remember her name. But Io Shirai, Kairi Sane, and I think Asuka and a couple other people. Most of the like Asian women that wrestle, they came from another I think like New Japan or something like that.
Yeah.
But a lot that agency they're starting to like want them back.
Yeah.
And fans think that they would do a lot better if they were back where they started with.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because WWE has bad booking.
That's because you don't really have so much of Vince anymore. You have more of like Hollywood writers now. And when you have Hollywood writers that don't grasp the concept of what goes on.
Take this for example. Shayna Baszler was probably one of the longest reigning and first ever 2-time NXT Women's Champion.
She beat everyone in the Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
And then lost. Like, what was the point of that?
Her losing to Becky, honestly, I'm okay with her losing to Becky because I like Becky still.
I like Becky too, but like, really, you did all that build up.
The thing is, how the build up started, it was like she attacks Becky first, bites her neck. And y'all know we all been wanting the Shayna Baszler versus Becky Lynch since the Survivor Series because that was supposed to build up from there. But how are you going to have her bite Becky's neck, run through the Elimination Chamber? That's completely backwards. You're supposed to let her run through the Elimination Chamber and then build the promo with Becky by doing that. Like, it was so backwards.
Yeah. So it's like this month we see her beat 5 other women, and then this week, she was
too. In a Money in the Bank qualifying match. Yup.
See, this is exactly why
against Sarah Logan.
Fucking stick to. Ugh.
Yep.
Wait, she got disqualified wrestling Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah Logan. She purposely got disqualified. I don't watch, for like a really long time, I just stopped watching the whole episode, just watch the highlights.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, it should be boring.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing. I watched NXT. NXT I'll actually watch if it's good. Like, I watched the entire NXT episode last week because I wanted to see who won the ladder match. Io Shirai won.
Yeah.
And they had the Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. And Candice LeRae had Johnny Gargano wear a cup, so when she showed up and kicked him in the nuts, it wouldn't hurt him as much. However, she came back and kicked Tommaso Ciampa in the nuts.
Yeah. I don't get what's going on there. What's the angle there?
Okay, so Triple H was like, okay, your rivalry has gone on too long. It ends in this ring right here, right now. After today, no matter what happens, we don't have this type of problem anymore. It was basically like when Edge and Cena kept going back and forth, and then it got to a point in the last minute standing match where if Edge lost to Cena, he couldn't challenge for the championship as long as Cena was the champion.
But where does Candice come into that? Like, I know that's Johnny
Gargano.
Yeah, but what made her kick him?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I guess for like build up or some shit. I have no clue. All I know is I'm actually okay with Adam Cole. Like, I like the Undisputed Era because they kind of like they remind me of like some type of X-Men of wrestling. And I low key I want an Adam Cole T-shirt because it says "Bay Bay" on it. You ever watch his entrance? And he was like, boom. And he's like, Adam Cole. And like the whole crowd's like, Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah.
I love that.
They did a kind of a nod to that in AEW because you know he's like dating Britt Baker. And that's where the Britt Baker challenge came from. Because she was at one of the NXT shows. And when he got hurt, I can't remember who he was wrestling, but he ended up getting hurt. And she was just standing there like this. And everybody decided to turn that into the Britt Baker challenge. And they would just like take pictures doing like this. So right after that, Britt turned heel. And she started kind of like feuding with Big Swole, who is Cedric Alexander's wife.
Yeah.
And as they're like cutting promos on each other, Big Swole's like, we are married, baby. Like, yes, I freaking love that.
You know, the Revival got released a couple days ago.
I'm actually very happy for them.
I am too.
Because now they can spread their wings elsewhere.
Right. I'm like...
Because they were actually really good. And to try to turn them into a comedy act.
I missed the bar with Sheamus and Cesaro.
Yeah.
I used to love, we don't set the bar, we are the bar. I love that. I'm like, that was a nice tag team.
Yeah.
Because the only reason why...
But you know they don't really care about tag teams like that, so...
They don't. But it's like, some of the tag teams they have are kind of dry. Like, I like Street Profits. I like the Usos.
Mm. And they're probably going to split them up because they want Montez to be like a top tier guy.
Yeah. I love the Street Profits. Because I like when, back before this whole shutdown happened, everybody, you just see the whole crowd when their song came on. Everybody's had them red party cups and shit.
Yeah.
Like everywhere.
Yep. Man.
AOP happened too soon, honestly, as far as like coming to the main roster.
Yeah, because they kind of just showed up. And you want them to be like these big, intimidating guys.
Right.
But they're not because, you know, we don't know why we should be afraid of them.
And just like their presence fell off.
Mm-hmm.
Rob Gronkowski's going to wrestling now, apparently.
Why?
Yep. Ronda Rousey's probably going to fucking quit after her contract's up because she's tired of the fans don't like her. And I'm like,
I'm thinking that this is for her plan to come back, and I'm hoping that that's what it is because I actually love Ronda.
The reason why there was a triple threat match last year is because they didn't want the company didn't want Ronda getting booed, so they threw Charlotte Flair in. But Charlotte Flair still didn't get enough.
That was why.
Yeah, it was mainly because the fans were booing Ronda Rousey.
Ronda's a good heel, though. Like, why?
Here's the thing. At the time when Ronda wasn't really a heel when she was the champion, it was more so over like anybody she faced, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, because at the time they were standing in her way. And then like Becky Lynch went from being like a face to like an anti-hero kind of thing.
Yeah, because she cut the whole promo on Cena and all that, and we were supposed to be like, oh,
Yeah,
she's actually like
and
a
like,
heel.
hey, don't hurt your neck. I was like that. I'm not gonna lie, that I cracked up when I saw that. Like when she kept attacking Charlotte, she was kind of a heel. Like when she turned on Charlotte, she was kind of a heel. But at the same time, people still didn't like Charlotte because of the
Exactly.
title. I respect Charlotte. It's not even because of her dad. It's just like she has made a
She's
name for
good.
herself without
Yeah.
her dad. Like she is.
And that's the thing. She didn't even have his blessing apparently when she first got into wrestling. So that's how you kind of know that she was in it more so for her than just because her
she
dad
did
did
it for it because like I know her late brother wanted to do it. This was his dream.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not
He
mistaken.
he was in WCW for a bit too.
He was?
Yeah. Wait, which one was that? Hold on. Because she has two brothers. I can't remember.
She's married to Andrade. She's getting married to Andrade too.
Oh yeah, I know. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up now. Oh no, that's the younger one.
Yeah.
I thought that was David. I thought that was David, because David was on WCW. No, he was there.
I really miss AJ Lee.
He was there too. I don't.
I like AJ Lee. How she used to just skip down there with the title and stuff.
I don't.
With the long boot shoes or whatever. I didn't like her crazy angle.
After her whole... I think I stopped actually liking her after the heel turn, honestly.
I like Big E's solo career. I did like Big E's solo career.
I don't even remember his solo career.
He held the Intercontinental Championship. That's pretty cool.
Okay. Oh my God. So her brother Reed was in WCW, but for a minute I got him and David mixed up.
Yeah, I know one.
But both of them were on there. But Reed was only 10 when he was on there. And he beat Eric Bischoff.
I like when Coach and Ric Flair got into a woo-off. And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ric Flair is hilarious, though.
I love Ric Flair.
Yeah. He is hilarious.
You want to beat a man? You got to beat the man. Best one-liner. Like one of the best one-liners.
Yeah. And I think he came up with that in the 90s.
I used to like when Eddie Guerrero would like cheat to win. And he'd be like, hey, you said you played fair. Oh, did I?
I lied. Man.
I remember when he was feuding with Big Show, and Big Show had took those burritos from his cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you know those burritos? That was my cousin.
Man, those were good times.
Because he had like some of the best interviews as a heel.
He was one of the stars that I didn't mind whether they were face or heel. I was always glued when it was him, especially when they moved John Cena to Raw. Because Cena and Eddie were the only reasons that I watched SmackDown.
Right.
And then when Cena moved to Raw, I still watched because of Eddie. But then after he passed, I ended up just going straight to Raw.
What am I gonna say? I remember one of The Rock's interviews when he backstage interviews when he was like, "Hey, Michael Cole, why don't you go suck on a monkey's nipple?"
He actually said that a lot too.
And then he was like, "Lillian, you get wet with perspiration thinking of The Rock. You dream of one day being Miss Lillian Rock. See ya." And then he's like, come on, coach, shuck and jive. Do the shake and bake. Turn that way. Get your candy ass out of The Rock's camera.
Man, good times.
I think it was him. He popped up on top of a milk truck and sprayed everybody in the ring. Or was
Nope, that was Kurt.
Yep, that was Kurt Angle.
That was Kurt.
Eddie Guerrero used the sewage waste and
And
sprayed everybody.
and Steve Austin used the beer. Steve was first though. Man, those were some good times. I'm actually gonna do that. Oh, it's been an hour.
You know, I watched the Attitude Era, or was it Ruthless Aggression thing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, those in-depth like stuff about certain eras and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I watched the one about John Cena, and I was like, wow, I can't believe he was really that close to like being a nobody.
Yep. He had to reinvent himself. That's what Bray Wyatt is trying to do, but Bray WWE keeps like.
The way they built the Fiend is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
The way they set him up to lose was
stupid.
trash.
Yeah.
I'd rather he have lost it at a month from a Money in the Bank cash in. That would have been the only suitable option.
Exactly.
To me. Like, and against
like
someone
that, and
who could legitimately put him down. Because I feel like what happened is, even though they said, okay, no more rematch clauses, you lose, you at the back of the line, we still get some of the same matches.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like,
yeah, because they don't build. That's the problem right there. They don't build up enough main event people. Yeah. So all we're gonna keep seeing are the same matches.
Same matches. Because every month the good wrestlers are mid card. I'm like, why is Bobby Lashley like damn near at the low card?
Mm-hmm. And when he was there the first time, he was almost main event. The only thing that held him back was his whole
he was in
voice thing.
Match against Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
When he was title at the time, I'm like, come on, bro. Like, what is this? And now Seth Rollins basically made it clear that he wants to face Drew McIntyre Money in the Bank. So I'm like, how many times is this dude gonna get chances? Like,
exactly.
You technically lost the Universal Championship and had
3 times already.
This is the second time he's like he let somebody else take the title and go off to another brand.
Yep.
And like, I'm glad, low key, this is why honestly NXT is better, because the fresh talent, but they're also building them right at the time.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley, I'm not surprised Rhea Ripley was going to lose, because I knew they were going to move Charlotte to NXT. So they
because they're trying to have a little more star power.
Yeah. You can be with AEW, and Finn Balor being on there is already like really good.
Mm-hmm. Because I know that was a big shock for me finding out that Finn was on NXT. I'm like, what is he doing back there?
The heel turn, however, is what I like. Because it's like, he's a heel, but nobody's booing. That's what's funny.
Oh, boy. We're going to have another one of those situations.
Yeah. It's like when Edge was like a heel, and it's like, it was kind of mixed. So like, some people booed him. Because at the time, I remember everybody was like, if you don't act like John Cena, we're going to boo you. But then they started booing. But when CM Punk showed up, it's like, John Cena sucks. And
I remember when we went to one show. And we ended up next to this, next to a group. It was a group of about maybe 5 other people. And they were fans of Randy Orton like how we was. And this was during the time when DX versus Legacy was a thing. Mm-hmm. So everybody in the arena is like cheering for Cena and stuff. And we're the only ones cheering for Legacy. And when we realized that all of us were cheering for Legacy, we're like, you, and we became friends with them in that moment. And this little girl got so mad at us, she like threatened us with the DX glow sticks.
You know what I used to like? Whenever, after CM Punk got fired, whenever WWE came to Detroit, and like Triple H was there talking and Stephanie Merrick talking, everybody started chanting, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk.
Leave it to our
irritation on their faces, and it was hilarious.
Leave it to the people in our city to.
I love, like, honestly, when CM Punk was doing his pipe bombs, that was like my favorite stuff. And like, cause he used to cut the funniest promos with people. When he told Jericho, it's like, I'm up here swimming with sharks while you're dancing with stars.
I didn't really care for CM Punk either.
With stars, and I was cutting it up with Jay Leno. You know what? The only thing I could think of is how you were ripping me off. And then CM Punk is like, we don't need the fancy lights We don't need cameras. All we need, and screw your stupid light bright jacket. All we need is this, you, me, and a referee.
Yeah.
And then
I
like
still feel like Jericho's is so much better.
I like Chris Jericho. Like I liked him with the long hair, but then it's like he was just a
He never
so
really changed if like outside of that though. He always still cut like the best
he
promos.
was just a better heel after he cut his hair. Like around like 2009, 2000, when he started like basically going in on Edge, and you saw the heel turn from there.
Yeah.
That's when we were just like, yeah, this is it. This is it right here. And then like I like when CM Punk used to like take shots at Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. It's like, oh, how many times he's like, hey Hunter Hearst Hemsley, how many times you sat in bed in your life and you said, oh, I just don't think he's got what it takes. You sure don't wear the pants relationship, but you do wear the panties. I was like, man, this is funny. This is hilarious.
He comes off as a like shock value type person,
Yeah,
and I'm not for that.
like the shock value was when he actually just cut the promo of like, you know what, we need ice cream bars, and then he's like, WWE would be better off if you weren't around, Vince. And technically,
Yeah, he was right about that,
he
but
was right about
like,
that. We actually might get our ice cream bars too.
wow, years
Yeah.
later after he's already gone though.
Yeah, we might get the ice cream bars. And I was like, if I don't get a CM Punk ice cream bar, if there's not a CM Punk ice cream bar, there's gonna be a problem. But I did. I just. That was when I actually started paying attention to CM Punk because 2009 and on, I was tired of CM Punk because him and Chevrolet kept switching the title back and forth to each other.
Yeah, and I didn't really.
It got
I never
so
really got into him like that.
But CM Punk really started like when CM Punk was being managed by Paul Heyman, and when he was like doing his best in the world shtick and pipe bomb thing. I was actually a CM Punk fan. I was a CM Punk fan. I did like his song too, Culture Person. I did like Culture Personality.
Yeah, that I would say that was the best thing about it
Also
because I used to
wanted
love
his-
that song when I was little.
Also wanted his shirt, Best in the World, 365 days, 366 on a leap year. I wanted that shirt. I remember the first time I went to like a live WWE event. It was the main event, and I got a Daniel Bryan Respect the Beard shirt. Awesome.
Sweet.
And then like I became a Randy Orton fan because I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I can appreciate the bad guys now. I'm tired. I literally grew up.
That's the thing. I always did. Because I'm like,
basically-
that's how you kind of make me hate you so much so that I'm like, wow, you're really doing a good job.
It's like I used to be a hardcore like John Cena fan, then I just got tired of John Cena.
Same.
I just
That
got
was
tired.
when we went and we were cheering for Legacy. That was around the time where we got tired of him. Because I was over him, and this was in 2009, I want to say. So yeah, by that time we were over him. And it started in 2008.
But I've always been an Edge fan, especially when he came back from his injury.
Yep.
Torn Achilles tendon. I was always an Edge fan. Because he
I was an Edge fan when he was when they were still the Brood. Like that was when I liked them, and I never thought that he would end up like.
I did like
main
Rated
event.
RKO as well. I did like Rated RKO as well.
Yeah. I'm talking about his Brood stuff when we thought that he was just gonna be like a mid-car guy for most of his career. That was when I
like DX's antics when Shawn Michaels like, what do you mean we're not I can't remember, this like we don't have any shock value. Hey, what's your name, buddy? Stan? He just kicks him, was like Stan. And then Triple H is going around trying to find Shawn Michaels, and he's a freaking chef or whatever. Like, hey, I understand you're hungry, but unless you want to eat raw meat, you'll go back and wait. And I was like, what? What is going on?
Man.
I also like when the New Age Outlaws would come out, And you're like, then if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Yep.
Love that shit.
Good times.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm definitely gonna watch it. See, you know what? I think I should take a break from building the level and watch some old school wrestling.
I don't even feel like watching old school wrestling. I just feel like watching old school cartoons. That's the only thing I feel like watching.
I've already pretty much done that. Wrestling's the only thing that I haven't gotten around to do.
We finished King of the Hill last week, like all 13. We started watching it. We started watching it in January.
Oh,
and we
that's a nice little binge through.
13 seasons.
And it took you guys about 4 months then, or 3.5 months?
Yeah, just about.
Yep.
I'm probably gonna start watching Rugrats like after Dillu's or before Dillu's, like before the season where Dill shows up, but that's when I lost interest in Rugrats.
I was still watching it from time to time, but by that time I was more so in the music videos. So that was.
I'm probably just gonna jump to like Hey Arnold. To get past like my little Rugrats phase thing, just watch Hey Arnold and shit, crack up. Or like my
I think
life
that's also what I'm gonna do too, is find some DVDs.
Huh?
I think that's what I'm gonna do too, is find some old like DVDs of old shows I used to watch.
Video games on Amazon. She bought Rise of the Tomb
Raider.
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Is that the reboot?
Yeah, I think so. It got a really good review.
I heard.
7.
I haven't played it yet though.
Man, I was getting my ass kicked. I'm not gonna lie. Like, cause 3 fucking mercenaries show up and they bring backup, and I'm like, okay, I'm cornered. I have to turn a fucking open can into a shrapnel grenade, and then these motherfuckers just keep running up on me and shit, shooting me in the face. I'm out of ammo, and I'm like, fuck, this shit is hard. And I'm on normal difficulty, mind you.
That's how I used to feel about Resident Evil 3. No, Tomb Raider 3. When you had the guys like. I would restart that level over and over again when you had like the shadow guys shooting at you from the ceiling, because I could never find them, and I would be like, "Where are they?"
And then she's been on her Crash Bandicoot Spyro phase too. I bought her. I got her Crash Team Racing for her birthday. I told her it was sold out. I had to lie. And like she's been like I said, she's been like making soap and shit and her nails and hair. She got like a whole purple twist now.
So snap.
Ponytail thing. Like that's I'm mainly just playing my Switch. Play Splatoon 2, play actually that's all I've been playing, Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
Or I just like sleep all day. Man. I woke up this morning, my arm was completely fucking asleep. No feeling whatsoever. And low key, when my arm gets like that, I start panicking because I'm like, oh. You ever notice when you start to wake your hand up from that, like your fingertips start burning, like the nerves burning some shit? I was like, man, I need this to stop.
What I do, I kind of dangle it so that the blood kind of flows faster.
No, see, I was doing it like this. It was looking like a fish hand. I had to use my other hand just to wake the arm.
Yeah, just drape it across something where it's like hanging, and it'll rush to your hands.
Like, is this what paralyzed people feel like? Because I don't like this. I can't feel nothing. I'm afraid if I accidentally... See, I don't like dangle it wildly because I feel like I'd hit it on something. I'm like,
yeah, that's why you don't dangle it wildly. Just have it dangle on something and just sit there for a minute and it'll rush to your hand.
You know, my sister learned the hard way not to walk down the stairs with one leg asleep.
That's not supposed to be funny.
Hey, what's up? I was like, what up, sis? Nothing. And then I just like, hero. I just had one foot down and just like, it's like it vanished and she started falling. I was like, you okay? She's like, yeah. How'd you fall? My leg fell asleep.
That should not be funny.
There was a stand-up comedy joke from a show called Comedy TV.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy was like, if someone falls down a flight of stairs hard and gets back up immediately, you laugh your ass off. And I was like, you know what?
That's true though.
I'll let you have that one. I cannot argue with that. That was good.
Man.
You know what's funny? I was watching when I was watching Final Destination 2, the kid he was at the dentist and that fish fell in a rubber fish fell in his throat and he almost choked.
Yeah.
And the assistant was like, "How's he doing?" And she had to come in and pull the fish out.
Yeah.
And then they showed up and was like, "Stay away from the pigeons." So he started shooting the pigeons away, and that piece of glass fell on top of him and crushed him. I was like, "Damn."
See?
I think I know who got it the worst in that movie.
Who?
When they got into the car accident and the girl was stuck in her seat and that spike was right behind her.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get her out with the chainsaw, and the chainsaw triggered the airbag and pushed her. The force pushed her head through the spike.
Man, was that part 4?
That was 2.
2.
And ironically enough, when she was smoking a cigarette, the cigarette fell, lit an oil spill. It started rolling down rolling towards this like leaking gas line to this news van that just pulled up, and the cinders like shoot through, blow up the car, and send like this barbed wire fencing flying, and it chops the stoner in half, like into pieces.
Yeah, they had some extreme deaths in there, and I kind of want to rewatch them because I don't even remember all that. I remember one. I think it was part 4. That was what gave me the idea, where everybody was like stuck on the bridge, and it was an earthquake.
No. So that technically is one. They had rebooted after it was either called in theaters they called it Final Destination because they made it seem like a reboot.
Yeah.
When it was a prequel, but they refer a lot of people will like you'll see Final Destination 5.
Yeah, and that's how I knew it as was 5.
The no, it was Final Destination 3D. That's what they called it, Final Destination 3D at the time, I think. And you find out that 5 is the prequel that started.
Because you saw them at the end when they got on the plane.
Yeah. So technically, how it is 1 and 2 are 5, 1 and 2 are directly connected. 3.
So you will watch 5, 1, and 2, and then watch the other one.
3 references 1.
Yeah, but it was totally different. I remember vaguely with 3, and I remember we were disappointed with it, so I probably put that out of my memory.
But watching 2, I remembered that what happened in 1 is the reason why Death tried to kill them all on that traffic accident originally. One of the women was supposed to transfer schools. No, one of the teachers had to transfer schools because the teacher in 1 died from horrific house fire.
See, I gotta rewatch those.
Someone was supposed to go to a hotel that had a gas leak and everybody suffocated and died, but the bus she was on, it got delayed because that bus hit the girl in 1. Yep.
See, I'm gonna have to go. First I'm gonna have to read it and then watch it so that I'll know what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and then the cop in the 2, he was supposed to go to. Him and his partner would have been shot and killed. But he had to report to the scene of a incident where the train had killed that kid in 1.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I'm definitely gonna have to do a binge.
And then
of that at
the
least.
stoner who got cut up, he was actually in Paris when that guy died in the end of 1. It was it's so funny, like how it's all connected.
Yeah, and I knew it was
him.
connected, but I didn't really quite know. Like that was something that I didn't really grasp. So I'm gonna rewatch it. Well, first, like I said, I'm gonna read it and then rewatch it.
Yeah, so watch like 5, then 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm watching it in the chronological order.
In which order?
chronological.
Oh,
How
yeah, that's right.
it's yeah, how it's supposed to be watched, I guess. Without that, but
I
yeah.
really want them to like try give another shot at Nightmare on Elm Street.
We need someone with just as much spunk as Robert England.
Yeah,
We can't. He can't be like serious like the other guy
I
was.
think if Robert Englund was the appearing Nightmare on Elm Street, he'd have to have a cameo appearance,
Yeah,
like how Tony Todd does, and is going to have a cameo appearance in Candyman.
I'm so upset that I hope that that ends up being like released to us at home because I would love to see that.
I'm just waiting on the new Justice League animated movie to drop, so I can watch that.
Yeah,
I'm really excited. I've been
yeah.
oh, I'm actually sad. I found out that so I've been watching Legacies, and it's like a spinoff of the originals and like Vampire Diaries, something like that.
Mm.
I think it's mainly a spinoff of the originals, but I really like the plot, and I found out that they had to cut their episodes short to 16
Mm-hmm.
because of the coronavirus. And it really sucks because they had four more episodes lined up
Man,
for their season finale. However, they had to make episode 16 the season finale.
yeah, that sucks. This
So,
whole COVID thing is just
man, I really hope I can get proper finales to the rest of my shows though.
Agents of Shield comes back May 27th.
Oh, they probably did all their filming like last year though.
Yeah. So we don't have to
Actually
worry
good.
about.
That's actually a good thing. Stargirl premieres in May.
Yeah, that's two things that we can watch without having to worry about. Oh crap, the virus is messing this up too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, bro, it's about that time.
No, that's fair. I've been eating while you were like where we were talking.
Yeah, and that's something I need to do too. And we have pizza,
Yep.
so
All right, man.
later, bro.
Um,
Later, viewers.
probably
If we had
sometime
any,
next week.
if we have any,
Huh?
I don't know. Oh, that
You
was
said,
more so toward the viewers, but
all right,
yeah.
later, viewers. Thanks for watching. If you did watch, if you didn't, you should watch next time.
Yep.
Have your pets spayed and neutered to
Oh
help
God.
control the pet population.
On that note, we're out.